Andrew Tate sparks uproar over UK's hidden migrant policy, what the public wasn't told. You're not going to believe what Andrew Tate just said. While the media was busy chasing scandals, celebrity gossip, and the usual Westminster drama, something far more explosive slipped into the conversation. Andrew Tate has once again inserted himself into the UK's political firestorm. But this time, it's not about him. It's about what he claims the government doesn't want you to see. And if what he's saying turns out to be true, it changes everything. Because this isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet or some delayed policy announcement. It's about a deliberate shift in how Britain handles migration, one that many in government allegedly hoped would fly under the radar. And guess what? It nearly did. Let's break down what just happened. In a fiery interview clip that's now gone viral on social media, Andrew Tate took aim at Rishi Sunak's government, accusing them of quietly approving a series of backdoor migrant policy adjustments, all without any meaningful public debate. This isn't about helping refugees anymore, Tate said. This is about changing the country from the inside out while pretending it's all under control. His exact words: "The British public are being managed like cattle, they don't even know what's being signed behind closed doors." No. Tate is no stranger to controversy, and some will say this is just another attention grab. But here's the twist. Within hours of his comments, screenshots began surfacing online showing recent updates buried in government documents. Updates that show a notable increase in temporary visa approvals for select, low-skill sectors, new fast-track processing lanes, and relaxed reporting requirements for certain categories of asylum applicants. And here's the kicker: none of this was featured in any recent press release. No major statement from Downing Street. No dramatic parliamentary debate. Just quiet updates, buried in technical jargon. So what does it all mean? According to several independent analysts, including immigration think tanks, this could mark a strategic pivot in the UK's migrant approach. One that's trying to reduce political noise by minimizing transparency. And it's raising eyebrows. One former Home Office official who spoke on condition of anonymity said, "There's a pattern here. The government knows the public is tense about migration numbers, especially post-Brexit. So instead of opening a national conversation, they're sneaking in the policy changes under the radar." And people are reacting. Comments have flooded social media since Tate's video dropped. One tweet read, "So they scream, control the borders during elections, and then increase migrant intake in the shadows? We've had enough." Another said, "I don't even like Tate, but he's asking the question journalists won't. What is Sunak's real migration plan?" And let's be honest, this isn't coming out of nowhere. Just last month, Parliament quietly voted through a series of amendments to the immigration rules. Nothing flashy, nothing headline-worthy on the surface. But put together, these rules allow certain work permit routes to bypass the usual security checks if economic urgency is declared. Critics say that's a blank check for corporate lobbying. Supporters? Well, they argue it's a necessary step to fill gaps in labor. But the public? They were never part of that conversation. Now add Andrew Tate into the mix, a man with over 8 million followers across platforms, and suddenly, this issue has gone nuclear. Even Nigel Farage, who's kept a relatively low profile recently, chimed in with a post saying, "Tate may be controversial, but on this, he's right to raise alarm bells. Migration policy is not a private affair." Meanwhile, Labour MP Zara Sultana tweeted, "Tate's politics are often toxic. But if what he's saying about secretive migrant rule changes is accurate, then yes, it demands scrutiny." So, is this a rare moment of cross-party outrage? Or just another 48-hour Twitter storm? Either way, the damage is done. The UK public is now questioning again what it is they're not being told. And make no mistake, Rishi Sunak's team is on the back foot. Late last night, a Downing Street spokesperson finally issued a brief statement saying, "All immigration updates are published through proper legislative channels. Nothing is being hidden." But that hasn't stopped the backlash. Political YouTuber Paul Joseph Watson said in a reaction video, "They're not hiding the policies, technically. They're hiding the meaning behind them. And that's worse, because it's manipulation under the disguise of legality." Why does this matter so much right now? Because we're heading into an election season where trust, transparency, and control are going to dominate every debate. If voters feel like they've been left in the dark, especially on an issue as charged as migration, then this won't just cost Rishi Sunak political points. It could swing entire constituencies. And here's the irony. For all the media attacks on Andrew Tate, for all the outrage he generates, he might be the one who just forced the government into the spotlight over one of its quietest, but most impactful moves yet. So what happens now? Will the government come clean with a full breakdown of recent migration changes? Will MPs demand open hearings? Or will this, like so many other scandals, get swept away by the next trending headline? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. If this is just the beginning, how much deeper does it go? Stay tuned. This one's far from over.